Hey everyone, it's Chow here. So tonight I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make some Chinese fried rice, and these are all the ingredients that you're going to need. So you're going to need a yellow onion. We're going to use about half, some garlic, Chinese sausage, 3 eggs, some butter. So I forgot one ingredient, which is probably the most important one, and that's going to be rice. And you really want to use cold rice because that's going to be the best for fried rice. And I just prepared all of our other ingredients here. I scrambled 3 eggs. I chopped up 1.5 Chinese sausages. I minced 2 garlic cloves. I chopped up our broccoli, and then I also diced our onions. And now we're just gonna throw this all in the water. So first off, we're just gonna start off with some butter. We're gonna put it into our wok and set it at around medium heat. And then first thing we're gonna throw in there is our garlic, onions, and broccoli. So starting with our garlic, we're going to toss the garlic for about a minute before we add in our onions. So just about 30 seconds actually, and then we're gonna throw in our onions. So after about a couple minutes, our onions are looking pretty translucent, and so now I'm gonna add in the broccoli and sausage. So for the broccoli, I actually steamed it in the microwave for about a minute or 2 before, so it's already pretty cooked, so we won't need to cook it for long. First, we're going to add in our broccoli, and then also our sausage. So after about a couple minutes, maybe like 3 to 5 minutes of sauteing the veggies and sausage, now we're going to add in our cold rice. And yeah, just want to create a little middle section for the rice to go into. So this is how things are looking right now. After this, we're gonna push this all to the side, and then we're gonna add in our scrambled eggs and let them cook a little, and then just mix it all together, and then we'll be done. So after about a minute, we're gonna push everything to the side like this, and then I'm gonna pour my egg into the other side. And then we're just gonna let this cook. So after the egg gets to about this level of solidity, we're just gonna mix it all together and then season it with soy sauce, oyster sauce, and a little sesame oil. So now I'm just seasoning it with about just a little dollop of oyster sauce, and then I also put about 3 or 4 teaspoons of soy sauce in there already. And we're just gonna mix this up. So after everything is done, this is how it should look like. I hope you guys all give this recipe a try because it's super easy and really yummy too.
Hey UCSD. Alright, today we are making a vegan cauliflower rice stir fry. So first things first, let's get our ingredients. Now if we want to make the mix completely by ourselves, really easy. First we get cauliflower rice, which is nice and low in carbs and adds some nutrition compared to normal rice. Then for vegan protein, I prefer to use some Beyond Beef, but you can really choose any vegan substitute if you would like. Then we have our mixed peppers right here. We're at half a cup. And then just a little less than a quarter cup of chopped onions. Then we have our just egg, which we're using as our egg substitute. A little bit of onion salt to use as a final seasoning. Some nutritional yeast if you want to add a little flavor and some more nutrition. And I prefer to use garlic olive oil, but any type of cooking oil would work. Then over here we have our raw garlic, and we're gonna hop out to get at least 1 clove in there. Now if you wanna avoid having to make some of this mix from scratch, you can go ahead and just get the Trader Joe's rice cauliflower stir fry, which already comes pre-mixed with a lot of these ingredients and a lot quicker to make. Either way, you're gonna have a great end product. Okay, first step, we're gonna heat some of the garlic olive oil on medium heat. And wait for that pan to get nice and hot before we add the cauliflower rice. Pan's nice and heated. I'm gonna go ahead and add the whole bag of cauliflower rice. Now I'm gonna add just a touch more garlic olive oil. I'm gonna let this simmer for at least 2 to 4 minutes before I go ahead and add any of the other veggies or protein. All right, now that I've let this simmer for about 4 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and add that chopped garlic, add the chopped onions, add in those chopped peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and mix all these back together, and I'm gonna let it cook for just another minute up until I add that protein and egg. All right, so I went ahead and chopped up some of my defrosted Beyond Meat. But again, if you're using any vegan protein, I just recommend chopping it up before you go ahead and add it right into that stir fry. I'm gonna mix that protein in and let it cook for another minute or 2 before I add that egg substitute for the last ingredient. Now right before I add the just egg, I like to push the other ingredients to the side so I can get that just egg to cook on its own before I mix it in with the rest of the stir fry. I'm gonna let this sit for almost 30 seconds before I start to mix the egg up, and then around a minute in, I'll start to mix it all together with the rest of the stir fry. All right, now that the egg's starting to solidify a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and mix it in with the rest of that stir fry. All right, now I got it all mixed together, so I'm gonna keep mixing it around, letting it cook for another minute or 2 before I add the final seasoning, and we'll be ready to eat. All right, now that everything's cooked through, I'm just gonna add a touch of my onion salt, which I like adds a nice flavor to the mix, followed by just a bit of nutritional yeast. I think the nutritional yeast adds just some perfect amount of flavor, and you're getting some great nutrients with those vitamin B's in there. Now that everything's nice and mixed in, just go ahead and serve yourself